There's a lot more Hispanics than I thought there were. They tend to live in condensed areas, so we could typically find an apartment complex, a neighborhood in the city where there was a very high concentration of Hispanics, which helped us out a lot. So that in times we were able to contact in, I guess, the old-fashioned traditional ways of door contacting or street contacting. There's a lot of them around. Most of them were from Mexico. That was by far the predominant place. There's also a lot from Peru that I met, and then there's a handful from everywhere though. I think there's only like 1 or 2 countries that speak Spanish as their main language that I didn't meet people from. So I met someone from everywhere, and most of them come to work to get a better life for their families. Lots of people in America have different opinions on immigration, but one of the things that I felt on my mission is that I was, even with these people that never wanted to listen to me, I just felt like I was dealing with a very noble group of people, because they had sacrificed a lot and made a huge risk for their families. These men and these women gave up everything on a chance to give a better life to their children, and I really respected that a lot about them. They love their families a lot, as evidenced by that, and when they come here, it's pretty rare for one of them to be there completely by themselves with all their family still in Mexico. So they definitely stick close with their families. Usually everyone has brothers or sisters or cousins that they know. And in almost all cases, they either live in the same city or like the next city over. They all live close by. And so that was fun to meet one member or one investigator, and then pretty soon that can lead to like 10 or 20 people that you can meet and potentially teach. So that was cool. Hispanics are very giving, very, very giving. People would argue with us sometimes about like doctrine or why we were wrong, and then we would say, all right, well, have a good day, and then they'd be like, hey, like take these 5 fruits, or like, here, let me give you a hamburger, or like, here, have a piece of the steak that I'm making. Just super nice and super giving. Really taught me a lot about how you can choose to give no matter what, because a lot of them weren't too well off in terms of worldly possessions, but they were always giving to the missionaries and to their neighbors. Common jobs were agriculture. They worked a lot in the food industry, like usually being the cook or the dishwasher. A lot of them worked in construction, which was on and off. Sometimes it was really good, sometimes construction was slow and that was hard. Let's see, one common problem was getting them to church, because a lot of them did work on Sundays because they were willing. They were here to work and provide for their families, and so lots of times maybe Sunday is the day that most people want off, and so they were willing to work, and which maybe in lots of cases helped them get the job in the first place. So that was difficult. Another reason that getting people to church was hard is because a lot of them didn't have their own vehicle sometimes, and so you had to try and arrange a ride, which is good if you can, because then they get to know a member better, but sometimes it's really hard because some of the branches are small and there's not as many members as you might think there would be in a normal ward in the United States, and so getting members to come pick them up can be a challenge.